Hey fam, welcome to another Vlogmas video. Today I thought I would talk about AI. So like many of you, we've heard about AI for many years. I do remember back in 2020 there were some rumblings about this thing called ChatGPT. I don't believe they called it that. It was called something else and I don't recall what the name is. Or maybe it was OpenAI. You know, there's some rumblings about OpenAI, and then what ended up happening is about late 2021. There was a whole bunch of fluttering that, you know, OpenAI is going to be available to the public. It's going to be open source, something like that. It's going to be open to the public. And really that's when, because I follow a lot of YouTubers, content creators who talk about like technology trends, stuff that's coming up new. And so I was hearing a little buzzing about all of this, but I wasn't really sure, you know, what I would do with it or anything. But I also created a Google alert so I would know about different things that were coming up. And so then, you know, what ended up happening is in 2020, at the end of 2022 during, so then there was there were some discussions in the summer that said, oh, ChatGPT is coming, right? This OpenAI is going to have this thing called ChatGPT. And then they talking about, I was remembering, I kind of went down a rabbit hole where I was like listening to any and everybody talk about, I was reading articles about what this thing could do. And it's pretty fascinating to me. And so I was like, oh, I can't wait till it get open. And then I got on the waiting list. And so like, I think it was early November that they started letting people in. I was one of those people. And immediately I was seeing exactly what it could do, which was pretty fascinating. I think at the beginning, particularly in the very beginning, I was not good at prompt engineering. Because no one was really talking about prompt engineering at first. They were like, just put this in and then you'll get this out. And so, and then there was Midjourney and Dolly and Bard, and there's all these different ones. And there was this guy, oh man, I can't remember his name. But anyways, every day or every week he would start talking about all the different AI tools that were out. And I remember listening to him first. Now, I don't listen to him anymore. I listen to a new guy, Matt Wolf, and he has a thing called Future Tools, Future AI, and you can go on his website, follow him on YouTube, and he talks a lot about everything. And he tries everything out, and he tells you what it's capable of and what it's not capable of. Now, one of the things I noticed first on with AI is that when I would prompt engineering, particularly, so a lot of times what I would do is I would prompt ChatGPT to create me a Midjourney prompt to create something. And it would. And I would put it in Midjourney, and then a lot of times what would happen is white people would come up. And it was never ever black people. And that was true of almost everything that I did in these AI systems. That what would come back read very Eurocentric. And I was like, oh, no, that's not really what I want. And so I had to learn to prompt it to sound like, you know, like I think one time I prompted it to sound like Leslie Jones, the comedian, but to talk seriously about the importance of hydration. And I remember that particular little blog. It was supposed to be like a blog post outline. It was really good, and it created some jokes too, and so that was really interesting. And so I realized, oh, you got to really tell AI what you want it to do, because if you don't, it will kind of just give you what it randomly or quickly can capture. And so, which of course, because there's a lot of white people creating it, it's going to be influenced by those people. So you got to understand, early November 2022, I get access to ChatGPT, whatever it is, GPT, and I start playing with it. The first thing I do with ChatGPT is I started to understand SEO, and I wrote a whole bunch of articles, and those articles drove a whole bunch of traffic to my website. Now, when it comes to writing blog posts, articles from ChatGPT, what happened is I have a certain kind of voice, I have a certain kind of sound, feel, language. And so what I would do is sorry, this car is driving crazy. What I would do is have to really prompt it to give me what I want. I lost my train of thought, so I don't remember what I was saying. But anyways, what I want to say is this. So I wrote the articles, and what I would do is I would do an outline, and I would run it maybe 5 to 10 times, because what I would end up doing is using a little bit from one and maybe something from another one and something from another. It seemed like what I did learn about ChatGPT is like in time it got better. Like the first couple times it was just like, really, dude, what is this? And then like by the 6th or 7th iteration, it started to, especially if I gave it more information. So like I'm always saying, thought-provoking yet compelling information. I also would say a more conversational tone. So these are kind of words that I will use with my prompts, so I could get it to kind of come up with stuff that felt more like me. And then what I would do is I would take the outline and then I would add my own spin on it, right? In my tone, in my voice, and I would make it so like it came out of my mouth, because I felt like, well, I don't want to write stuff that feels so, sterile or academic. I wanted to write heartfelt. That's another word I use in my prompts. And so I wrote, I think it was like might have been 60 articles, 60 blog posts, and I posted them, and then it drove traffic to my site. And I saw it did a couple of different things for me. I'm gonna say this. I now have a rank for plus size hydration packs. If you put the word hydration pack plus size, you'll see Conscious Gear. I'm ranking and I have been ranking ever since December. So you gotta keep in mind that I started kind of trying to do all this in November, but it really wasn't until January that I saw the results. So and then one of the things that happened too was like I was playing with Midjourney, DALL-E, and all these other kind of image AIs, and they really, first of all, they never brought up black people. I would have to tell it, African American. And then a lot of times when I would say do African American, I don't know what it was doing, honestly. back in November and December of last year, when I would put specific prompts around African American, plus size, woman, this, that, and the other, it just would come up with stuff that was bizarre. Now, a year later, I can use that same prompt and it will actually come up with something that's reasonable and good. And so I will say, I guess AI is getting better. That's for sure. A lot better. I wish I would, I don't know if I kept a lot of the stuff that I earlier did, because it was so ridiculous. It really was like, it was almost as if I didn't give it a prompt. But anyways, and so, okay, I'm looking over here, trash. Anyways, so it's better now, and I like these programs. So I also will say this. I did use AI to help me create some content for a month, and actually it did really good. It did all right. It did good. It did all right. As a matter of fact, I didn't even put it all up, so I still have more to put up. And then it's helped me think about go-to-market strategy. It really helps me. I like looking at things historically, especially around these brands and these products, outdoor gear products, and that has been good too. It's been giving me some ideas and some information about things I can do for the future. But for those of you that are really interested in AI, I would say it's time to start digging in in a way that it can be beneficial to you, particularly if you're an entrepreneur. I mean, it's going to take away so much work that you used to have to do. I mean, whenever I need to really do a lot of anything, I'm not going to lie, y'all, I'll go to ChatGPT. What I do love about ChatGPT is, like, For instance, I fill out a lot of applications, applying for a lot of different things, and it really has been good about helping me craft better language. Like, I'll put what I want to say into ChatGPT, and then it'll wordsmith it in a way that's like, oh my God, in ways I probably would have not gotten to, because a lot of times I get a little lazy. And so I really love the fact that it's been a year of me playing, having fun with AI, and I've seen so many wonderful benefits of it, and I really wanted to share that. So for those of you that maybe are a little hesitant or not knowing what to do with it, yeah, the time has come for you to kind of like just get on board, because it's going to help you. It's going to help you with a lot of different things. And as a matter of fact, I always tell people, I say, go to ChatGPT and let it help you write a couple blog posts. Ask it to do the SEO for you in the blog post, because it will do that too. Post those blog posts and see what happens. Every single person that I've told to do that, and they did it, saw more traffic, more traffic drove. There was more traffic. The blog post drove more traffic to their website because of the SEO that was within the blog post that was created by AI. So it does work. You got to work it, but it does work. And I love that, like, now it's been a year. And so, I mean, I love that anything that I want to produce, I know which systems I'm going to go to and what I'm going to work with, because I know who does what better. I think I will always kind of give ChatGPT my love, because I feel like, number one, they do have a lot of widgets or apps within, so that if I want to do anything, it'll help me. But I feel like it was the first platform where I felt like it taught me a lot. Maybe had I started on Bard, maybe if I had started on some of these other ones, I may be more inclined to be bigger fans of those particular platforms. But I love ChatGPT. It really worked for me. I also would say that I was not a huge Discord fan, because I felt like, oh my God, it's just another thing, for me to have to get on. But I'm huge on Discord. Almost a lot of my AI tools that I use, I use them on Discord. And so I really love having Discord, and using Discord has been super helpful. And I'm excited about the future. I think what I am going to do is maybe once a week or once a month or something like that, do a video about AI, my experiences with AI, because I do want people to see like the ways in which it can really help you. And I meet a lot of folks that are a little bit hesitant, and I just want you to know that you don't need to be. And I know there's a lot of people who have a lot of conspiracy theories about AI, and I know all the movies from the 90s, maybe the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, talked about AI taking over the world. So AI is not exactly that. But I love that it can be a really useful tool for entrepreneurs, and but it's going to take you time to learn it, take you time to learn how to be a prompt engineer, meaning that prompt engineering is no more than you telling the system what you want it to output for you, the way you want it. You could, one time, can I talk about this? I just did this on one pro. Oh God, I don't remember the name of it, but if I do, I'll flash it on the screen. Where I made a rap song. I said, make a Nicki Minaj style rap song about the outdoors. And it came up with some good stuff. I'm not gonna lie. And and I might use it. So it's not using Nicki Minaj's lyrics. It's not using her voice. It's just using her style, the way she flows. Probably I think the way the lyrics are you know, because the lyrics are the lyrics that I gave it. Like, I wanted to be about the outdoors. I wanted to be about this, that, and the other. I would talk about National Park Service and trails and enjoying beauty of nature and stuff like that. But then it'll come back using language in a flow, in a rap style flow. And it's so dope, and I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do now. And now, it also is coupled with the opportunity to do videos with it. So, don't AI. Ooh. Okay. So anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me. I thought today I would just talk a little bit about my experience with AI over the last year, since the release of ChatGPT back in November of 2022, and some of my gains and some of the things I've learned, as well as the ways it has benefited me. So, peace and love, family. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. And I won't be driving next time. Yeah, that's for sure. Later, fam.